Hey guys, welcome back. I didn't wave this time. Is the wave important? Welcome back. I didn't like the wave. No more waving. The two comments I got before, they didn't mention the waving. They just said they liked the hey guys, so keep that. Get rid of the wave. I had some notes on my old phone on the Notes app, but now it's not working. Unable to install notes. Please try again later. Okay, I guess I'll try again later. Let me just turn it off and back on again. I got a new phone. This is interesting. This is the iPhone SE. It looks exactly the same as the 6S. But this one just came out this year. I like this. It's a little bit slimmer. I guess it has a better camera. And hardware stuff, I guess, is probably better. Faster and stuff. I need Din's Fire. I think it's over here. But I had a bunch of notes on the old phone that didn't transfer over, so I did have one or two more on the new phone, but we'll see if I have enough. Enter. I remember trying to do this before. Is it okay, good. So I guess in therapy we've been talking a lot about how to make, I guess we didn't talk about it this week, but how to add, I guess, perspective to every moment that you're in and not put so much weight on what you say, what you do, which is interesting. To me, this isn't the way, obviously, you have to think about it, but it does feel like in order to do that, you have to take yourself out of the moment and kind of look at it from a perspective of, this isn't a big deal, this is just one of many moments. It could go bad, it could go good. But when you're in that moment, how do you do that? Because every moment feels like the most important moment, because that's the current moment. And you do always hear, you want to stay in the moment, you want to appreciate the moment, but it can feel too big. Oh, I can just walk. I'll walk. I'll get my steps in. I could warp there, but young Link's got to get his exercise. Otherwise, he won't become old Link. I did just have a memory of being a kid and playing this game. I don't know why, just like a picture flash in my head of seeing this building, just playing the game. Actually, I think it was the picture I have is my brother playing it when I was like 5. And it was nighttime. Like right before bed. It's weird. So I have everything I need for the Shadow Temple. Except it would be nice to have some more hearts, but what are you gonna do? How do you remove yourself from a moment? I guess that's not really how you're supposed to look at it. You're supposed to just add perspective and think, this isn't that big of a deal. Just a conversation. Who cares? Have them every day. But whenever I have a conversation, I think this has got to be the best conversation ever. This person's got to love me by the end of it. They got to think I'm super funny and interesting. And when you put that much weight on something, you're obviously sorry. It's weird that I stumbled on obviously because I say that word so much. Left, right, A. Left, right, down. Okay, that's hard to remember. When you put that much weight on a moment, you're going to obviously want to avoid it because you don't want to deal with all that. So that's what I do. I avoid everything because it's too much. So the solution is to think, come on, it's nothing. It's just a conversation. Just talking. No big deal. I don't know how to get to that point yet. Watch this. Boop, boop, boop. So that's interesting. This Din's Fire thing is necessary to advance. So if you got to this point and you didn't have Din's Fire, you'd be thinking, what do I do? That's the frustrating part of Zelda. Sometimes you get to a point and you don't know what to do. Okay. And if you didn't have the Lens of Truth, this temple would be really hard, I think. Ah. Maybe you can't progress. I don't know. Okay, what does that mean? Don't want to waste my magic. Anything else? I guess I never really finished that note about my therapist. I know. That's interesting. Here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. It's an interesting idea. I wish they would explore it a little bit more. Just like, okay, what does that mean? Bad guy. Nah. So you can kill those things, but they come back. What do I do? He's gonna come back. Oh, Lens of Truth. What's that do? Anything? Nope. Do I have to just hit this thing? Huh. Oh. Now what do I do? Do I get a key? Yay. I did have a weird thought about part of this isn't really true. I was thinking about how we all have, with the internet, access to so much knowledge. Which I think proves that there's more to being smart than knowing things. I guess when you say someone is smart, it encompasses a lot of things. I guess it could mean like talented in their field, like they know what they're doing technically with specific stuff. Could mean like wisdom, they have good advice. Could be good at talking. When people are able to explain themselves and teach, they seem smarter. Okay, I have to push this. Make my beak face the skull of truth. I guess you could just push it until you figured it out. Just randomly. No, wait, come back. Ah, shoot, stop. Nah. Okay. That's why you can't do that. I don't know, I felt smart when I thought about that, like, because just thinking about how we all know so much more than people 50 years even knew. When they had a question, they had to go to a library, they had to ask someone who knew the answer. They couldn't just Google it. What's the boiling point of mercury in Celsius? Just look it up. Oh, we need the hover boots. So there's more to being smart than knowing things. I think that's important to know because I guess I was thinking about it in relation to politics, because people will like throw a bunch of information at you and a bunch of statistics at you, and there's more to it than just like stuff. If you want to, I don't know, rise up. When I say politics, it has a lot of connotations about like what I'm talking about specifically. I'm trying to be vague. Sacred feet. Because obviously statistics and, well, here's the thing. You can, statistics and facts are important. I'm not saying that they're not, but you can barricade yourself in this defense of facts and not let humanity in. And I think that's important. You can... Where am I going? I'm going to have to stop. Do I have any way to finish this point? You can become... You start to inflate your intelligence and think, well, I have all these facts and I have all these things on my side, so anybody who disagrees with me, like, I have to talk down to them and I have to tell them they're wrong and they're stupid. But there must be a way to let those people in and say, this is why I'm thinking what I'm thinking. I'm not an expert, I just have facts that I'm looking at. I'm not talking down to you when I say my opinion is based on these things. The other thing is that there's so much stuff. Sometimes you can barricade yourself with facts. Most of them are true, and then some of them aren't true. Then you have an argument with somebody, and they pick apart the thing that's not true. And I don't know. I don't really know what my point was, but I think I found the right door. Oop. Ah. Come at me. Oops. Okay. I'll fight this guy tomorrow. Hopefully you didn't get, like, facts are bad out of the point of this video. Obviously, when you make decisions, they must be based on sturdy information. Sturdiest information you can find. But don't let that information separate you from humanity. That's the point. Is it? You decide. See you tomorrow. Bye.